Yes, folks, we are on the other side of the marina. Now, it's early. I think it's about 8 o'clock here. And the show begins around 10. In the Middle East, things come alive at night time, folks. It's not uncommon to see kids out at 2, 3 a.m. In the West, things kind of die out as the night progresses. Out here, look, things come alive. Thank you. Things come alive as the night progresses. During the day, it's pretty boring out here. You have the workers, that's mostly who you see, but the travelers, they come out at night. Anyway, let's do a quick walk into over here just to see what things look like. And that will be it for the night. So I wanted to talk about something also. Another question I've been asked often is, what are my favorite countries to travel? You know, my favorite country to travel is the one I have not been to, honestly. My plan is to visit every country on earth. You know, if God gives me the strength and the means. Therefore, I am curious. Any country I've not been to, I'm very curious to see what it looks like. But to answer the question, I think the country that I like the most may not necessarily equate to the country that I would like to live in. For example, I think I'd like to live in Japan or South Korea. Doesn't mean if I had all the time in the world to visit a country, that's where I would go most frequently, because Japan is a little expensive. South Korea, moderately expensive. You know, it's nice when you travel to a country that is cheap, so you can do more, experience more. Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand, the likes of those. But I do love Southeast Asia because the people are very friendly over there. It's very unique, the layout, the culture, the history. You know, I feel like I'm in a movie when I'm in China or Japan or Cambodia. It's just so unique to what I'm used to. Unlike Western Europe, it's hard for me to appreciate England much when it's almost like America, if that makes any sense. But a place that is as unique as Southeast Asia and is cheap, you know, I like food, and the food there I happen to like it. Variety. I also like night markets, which is a big thing for me. And Southeast Asia has a lot of night markets. I love to go out at night like these folks are doing and go dining. And I like people. You know, some countries, you know, it's like the States, you don't see a lot of folks outside. But in the Middle East and Southeast Asia, there are always people outside selling food, talking to you, harassing you. I actually like that stuff. I like to encounter and experience people when I travel. So, yeah. So last night when I came here around 10:30, this place was on fire, man. People everywhere. But again, it's still early. It's only 8 o'clock, so in 2 hours, it'll be a lot different. However, I'm tired and I'm not feeling well, so I think I might be inside and ready for bed tonight. Today's gonna be an off day for me. I'm not gonna do much. I love the open concept. Folks will be all over the place, hanging out, chilling today. Once it gets a little later, and yeah, you'd think there's not much going on tonight. You'll be deceived because I'm telling you. So this is where I was today. The beach area. That's what it looks like at night. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Just people dining everywhere you go. If you like food with class, of course this is the place to be, right? It's nice. Sushi art. This does not feel like a Middle Eastern country. I keep saying that. Can be anywhere in Europe or in America. It's very hard to tell. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so I do love Southeast Asia because of the reasons just outlined. But the main thing is because it's cheap. I think you feel like a millionaire when you travel in Southeast Asia. You can get a quality hotel in the Philippines for like $20, $25. And I mean, that's big deal, when you live in your normal life, you always try to conserve money. And certain things are just out of your reach. And then to go to a country where you can afford anything and buy anything on the menu without even giving it a second thought, it's a good feeling. It's like a reward for all the hard work you've done. So that plays a major role. The Middle East is my second favorite part of the world. As I said, also I have to say because of the food and its uniqueness as well. There are some downsides to the Middle East. It's very strict and it's just a different system out here. It's a lot harder to make friends when you travel here than in other parts of the world. But nothing like souks and camels and the history of Jordan and Turkey, Egypt and Morocco, Israel and Palestine. I tell you, Lebanon and Syria. Not been to Lebanon and Syria yet, I plan to, but to me you can't beat those, man. Just amazing places to travel. So if you are new to backpacking, I would recommend Europe for a start, just to do a quick backpacking in Europe because it's similar to the US and you'll feel at home in a way. They speak English, the signs are in English, the menus are in English, people dress the same, the buildings look the same. You won't even know if you're out of the US. And once you've done that for like a month, gotten your feet wet, then you can go to Southeast Asia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Thailand, Taiwan, Japan, South Korea. And if you did okay with those and you have more time, then you do Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, Vietnam, Philippines. Absolutely. Someone scored. Someone must have scored. I don't think it's Morocco. Boy, I hope Morocco wins though. I like to support the underdogs, I don't know, I'll see the score later. So that's how I would approach traveling. You can buy a book like A Lonely Planet. You can read information online. A good place to get information is Wiki Travel. So you type whichever country or city and then you put Wiki Travel and you can get some good info from there. You can also follow a lot of bloggers, subscribe to their YouTube channels and learn a lot from them. When you become experienced, honestly, I don't even do any of that stuff most times. I have a way of just figuring it out. I ask people, it forces me to interact with people. I like to look at the map as well, Google Maps. And everywhere you see that little camera icon or there's a little something that looks like a torch, it's a touristy site. Oh, the other thing I like to do, I will do that. I'll give you that. I like to do like 10 best things to do in, for example, Dubai. I'll do a quick YouTube video of that. Or just a Google search, and that will give me an idea as to, the baseline, what not to miss. Well, a lot of those things are so touristy, I try to stay away from it anyway, like the touristy ones. I tell you, I can't tell if I'm in Dubai or Vegas sometimes. I honestly can't tell you the difference. Alright folks, so not any much different on this side. I wanted to show it to you late at night, but I'm tired, so that's why I'm doing this early than late. Should get something to eat. I have a weird suspicion I might get hungry because I've had nothing but a shawarma today. However, I wanted something light. Might go back to the supermarket maybe and get something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to get. Alrighty, folks, I'm gonna go get some food somewhere and call it a night. Alrighty.